Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Janet.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you?
I'm good.
Perfect. Good morning, Rufai. How are you this morning?
You're looking sparkly.
Oh, I am in my dark outfit. No worries.
It's gonna be well.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. In Nigeria, tributes continue to pour in for 3-year-old Ifeanyi Adeleke, son of Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Davido, who passed away in the early hours of Tuesday, November 1st. Ifeanyi was reported to have drowned in the swimming pool at Davido's home in Banana Island, Lagos. 9 domestic staff were arrested and detained following the tragedy for reasons including failure to uphold the duty of care of the minor. In Iran, security forces on Tuesday killed another schoolgirl, Parmiz Hamnava, after she ripped portraits of the founder of the Islamic Republic, Rollah Khomeini, from her school books. Hamnava was severely beaten with batons after security forces spotted her books without portraits of Khomeini. She died a few hours after arriving at the hospital. Schoolgirls across the country have joined the nationwide protest triggered by the killing of Masha Amini by Iranian forces in September. Under sports, 21-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic got his Paris Masters title defense underway with a straight-set victory against American Maxime Cressy on Tuesday. It is the 17th straight win for the 35-year-old former world number 1, who has started his bid for a record-extending 7th title. Under entertainment, Taylor Swift has become the first artist in history to claim every slot in the top 10 of the US singles chart. The 32-year-old overtook Canadian star Drake, who held the previous record of 9 top 10 singles in September 2021. Before Drake, the Beatles scored 8 top 10s in 1964. Taylor Swift's chart domination is credited to her latest album, Midnights, which has become 2022's fastest-selling release.
The cage is full of fences, pageant queens and pretenders.
Finally, director Ryan Coogler, who became the first black director to make a $1 billion grossing movie when Black Panther broke box office records in 2018, has opened up about the shock of Chadwick Boseman's death ahead of the opening of the movie sequel, one of the most highly anticipated films of the year, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. In an interview with CBS, Coogler said he thought about quitting filmmaking during the shock of it all.
Is it true that you thought about quitting filmmaking after his death? Did it cross your mind?
It's true, but it was during the shock of it all.
Yeah, of course.
Because when he passed, he only told a few people what was going on. And
so you didn't know when you were waking the first one that he was ill?
No, there were signs that there was a health issue, and in retrospect, hindsight, a lot of things made sense.
Well, let's begin what's trending. Following the Central Bank of Nigeria's announcement to redesign and reissue higher denominations of the Naira, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Tuesday carried out simultaneous operations against Bureau de Change operators in Abuja and Kano. The raids in the two cities, which saw the arrest of a good number of illegal BDC operators and individuals suspected to be customers, is expected to be extended to Lagos, Onitsha, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, and other major cities across the country. This is coming as the EFCC arrested the Kogi State House of Assembly candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Ismaila Atumei, and 2 others with 326 million naira and $140,000 in cash on Tuesday. While in the meantime, videos showing dirty naira notes, including rotten denominations of 1,000 naira notes, as seen in a trailer of some northern youth, has gone viral.
duka kudi ne ka gani ni ma barin da tura ma abokina don Allah
ba matsala karka da mu kowa tura gida a gani ana fama da wahala ashe mu ba mu sani ba gashi nan da kon kudi ake jama'a kan fice wannan wai wallahi wannan dusansa ne wannan madara Allah madarar kudin ne wannan wallahi gashi nan wannan dusansa ce wannan gashi nan sallallahu
wallahi kallamu gunin gida na wallahi nurno wallahi.
Now, this is quite appalling to see. I mean, this is happening now. I don't know if you've seen some of those videos. I guess people are realizing now that they have to turn in their cash, and they're seeing rotten Naira notes. This is so sad in Nigeria, Rufai. I'll read a text from my friend who actually sent me this video. In that video, they were saying that they are not in the north, that is Arewa, and that they are in the south, Kudi. If this was the north, the whole world would have been insulting us. They were transporting goods, and this is their second trailer, and decided to look inside the trailer and realize it was money. Upon seeing what it is, they started complaining badly that they have no money to buy food to eat, and people are starving while some have been hiding money, 500,000, 1,000 Naira notes in cartons. And now they've turned the money into Gary, money Gary. I mean, what are we seeing here?
You see, that's why the Gini coefficient in Nigeria is the way it is. The distance between those that have and don't have.
Yes.
And this is a country that has millions of people, close to 100 million living in poverty. This is a country that people die because of 3,000 Naira.
Yes.
They can't just buy medicine and their children die. This is a country where you have a lot of maternal mortality. Children die before they are 5 years old because we don't have adequate health care. But you can see some people take the commonwealth of this country, stuff it, they'll rather make it room. But I'm not surprised. There used to be a top politician back in the days that they said when he died, in fact, he was a minister in this country, that when he died, there were millions of old notes in his house that he stashed away. One of the richest ministers in the First Republic. So we are seeing all of this, and it's indicative of why resources are being hoarded. Probably maybe this from the vault of some people that had some reasons for the money. This is the policy, and that's why the CBN has been complaining that we need to put everything back into the system. And that's why you can see a House of Rep candidate, or House of Assembly candidate, $140,000 and over 300 million Naira.
Unbelievable.
That's the kind of country we build. People herding the money. And these people are putting back the money, trying to put it in the system or converting it to dollars. And that's why you can see the offshoot in dollar prices. Although some people have argued that that might not be the reason. So for you as a Nigerian, I'd like to ask you again, what does this 2023 election mean to you? When you see things like this, when there are so much people that have, and so many much more people that don't have. All we call for is a fair country. And what will start the process is your PVC. Probably those monies that are rotten now, what maybe they shared or they will share for potential electorates. And they will share for you the little amount of money and take your commonwealth. And that's why if you keep taking money for you to vote and think of a meal a day, know that for everybody that gives you 1, 2, 10,000 Naira, they've got $1 billion where that came from. But it's about your conscience that can really change this country. So I'll say kudos to CBN on this policy. Although there's been a backlash, the backlash is the fact that now we're having a surging rate of Forex, which some people enunciated. But we're beginning to see things for ourselves. And that's why you see the CBN policies, when they put the policies in place, it can't cater to the problem. Just imagine this in private hands.
Unacceptable. Dr. Abati.
Okay, on this matter, we're dealing with the law. That's the kernel of the matter. Yesterday, we were told that the ESCC in zones 3 and 4 of Abuja raided some Bureau shunts, right?
Yes.
BDCs. Now, everybody must realize that these BDCs are a creation of the law. They were licensed by the CBN to engage in retail Forex services. Now, in 2021, when the CBN got a deluge of applications from over 524 BDCs, the CBN decided to say, no, we're not giving out more licenses. Okay? At another time, the CBN has also had to regulate the conduct of the BDCs. The question, therefore, is this. One, those BDCs that were raided yesterday, are they the licensed ones or the unlicensed ones? If they are licensed BDCs, then they have responsibility to have access to Naira to do the retail service.
Absolutely.
For which they have been licensed. Otherwise, raiding them would amount to a violation of the law. And don't be surprised if at the end of the day, if they are licensed BDCs, they will go to court and say that they were raided unfairly. Okay? So the second part of it, of course, is that many Nigerians have said, oh, in the face of the policy that the CBN has announced, a lot of people will take their money to the BDCs to look for dollar and all of that. Okay, even if they do so, those BDCs, they are also duty bound to put those 200 Naira, 500 Naira, 1,000 Naira denominations back into the system. And that is why I say that the big issue here is about the law. Are those BDCs, if they are licensed, acting within the province of the law, collecting currency notes? If they are unlicensed, then there may be an issue there. There will be a legitimate reason for the EFCC to raid them. But we have said previously on this program that the policy, the monetary policy that has been introduced by the CBN should not translate into melodramatic behavior on the part of either the EFCC or the NFIU or the CBN. In trying to enforce the regulation, everybody must act within the province of the law.
Yes, Dr.
That's just the issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, because I read another report where it says that one of the EFCC officers was saying that they're arresting them because they want to know the root cause of the scarcity of the dollar. I mean,
is that the way to go about it? That's not the way to go about it.
That was the report.
So those BDCs that are licensed, they also have rights under the law.
We shall take another story. The governor of Rivers State, Wike, on Tuesday donated 25 buses to the People's Democratic Party campaign team in Benue State. The governor of the state, Samuel Ortom, made the revelation at the inauguration of the PDP campaign council in Makurdi, the state's capital. Ortom hailed Wike as the governor who has always identified with residents of Benue State in good and bad moments. While speaking on the crisis within the People's Democratic Party, Ortom said that there would be unity if Atiku Abubakar, the party's presidential candidate, addresses the concerns of aggrieved members of the party who are calling on the chairman of the party, Iyorchia, to resign. His comment is coming after Governor Wike, in a press briefing, accused Ayu of refusing to resign his position because of greed and called him a hollow man.
He has now come into office. He has seen money. He has seen power. Now he can open his mouth to say if he wanted to stop Ortom, he would have. But we dare him, and he said he can also stop any contestant. Look at, maybe he's hollow. He doesn't know anything. So you dare him? I dare him. If he's national chairman, I dare him to stop any contestant if he has what it takes. Not even the issue of corruption. But look, this is not what we thought he should have done. I said, look, resign. In their honor. Why is he not going to resign? He's hoping that Nigerians will donate money to the party. So he will superintend over that money. He has already finished one of 11 billion of party primaries money. Account for it is there, it's in the account. Oh, show us the account, show the public the account. Don't tell the public, go to the account. How would they go to the account? Open the account, print the account of PDP. Let the world see how the 11 billion naira was expended. So this is the country and this is a party that all of us are laboring to take over power from the ruling party that we say have done bad, and then the national chairman will open his mouth to talk about stopping contestants. I shouldn't say so. He tried it in River State. He came to manipulate and try to put some good aspirants. But he saw the result. We dealt with him. This is the problem we're having now. The country is seeing us as people who are not serious. Ordinarily, like I've said, and I've got not to say, do we really want to win an election with this kind of arrogance and impunity? Do we really want to win an election?
I'm just asking for unity within the PDP, Dr. But I think this matter has stretched on for too long.
Well, when Governor Wike says, Senator Iyorchia has no powers to stop anybody, and he dares him, well, he's protected by the law. Sections 32, 33, and 84 of the Electoral Act will give you an indication of how a person who is seeking elective office can be stopped. By withdrawal, by resignation, not that the party chairman, as in the old law, Electoral 2010, can say, oh, the party is withdrawing this candidate. No, in the new law, that mischief has been corrected in the new law. So maybe Senator Iyorchia is not fully apprised of what the law says, and it can be so properly advised. But I saw Governor Wike going to donate 25 vehicles in Benue State. And Governor Otom coming out and saying, oh, this is a very generous man, he's supporting us. So Wike now effectively wants to be Governor Donatus. Because he has 4 other governors behind him. So if he becomes Governor Donatus, we will see. Because next week, he may go to Oyo State and say, Makinde, I'm giving you also 30 buses. He may go to another state Ungwanye and give him buses. He may go to Governor Ikpeazu and also give him buses. Well, I hope that he's doing that from his pocket and not from the resources of River State. The people of River State, well, you have Governor Donatus now who is donating buses. Before they donate your entire budget for the remaining part of the year.
Where else did you
donate? Because I think somebody must have to, look at this critically. There's a lot going on in your states. Look at the person we interviewed yesterday from our other East local government area, how the place is flooded. Your state is dealing with flood. There's a lot of problem. You're going to donate buses. Hope those monies, you can account for them and they are from your own pocket.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure there's any way. Just like he came to donate, like I was telling you, he came to donate in Lagos.
He did.
For a state that has its own money already.
Yeah.
No, now. And for me, I don't think Wike and the governors are ready to end this fight. I think the long plan is, work against Atiku, and I think that's what they've started.
Yeah, but
it doesn't look like it's going to end.
They've said it, that they don't
think
that the PDP
I think it's fair game. Let the games begin between them. It doesn't look like it's going to end.
They don't think that the PDP will
No, they're not ready.
Presidential. Well, we shall take our final story. It's a video of a police sergeant narrating her ordeal with a senior police officer who assaulted her because she rejected his advances. Well, let's take a quick look before we come back for a discussion.
What is my offense? He now started beating me. To the extent he naked me. He put me into naked. Look at all my chest, my hand, everywhere injured. It's Ajayi Matthew.
Because of what?
I don't know, because he asked me for out that I should befriending him. I said, no, I'm a married woman. I cannot befriend you. He started blackmailing me with on evidence something that he is the one that is befriending me, which is not so.
This is terrible. In the presence of your co-workers.
Yeah, my writer was there, constable, 2 constables, and 10 civilians. After doing that, he now went inside and carried their gun. He said, want to gun me down. The civilian now take me out from the office. They said I should be running away. I said, no. If you want to kill me, you should kill me. They should help me. They should assist me. Ajayi want to kill me, or the Omu division.
I thought it was important to highlight this story for, those in power to take a good look at this video and, talk to Officer Ajayi Matthews, I believe his name is, that the woman said. This is quite unfortunate.
Well, we hope that this video having been put out there, that the relevant authorities, specifically the Police Service Commission, which is the body that is responsible for discipline in the police, will take up this matter to ensure that Ajayi Matthew is, called to order, sanctioned, because what we're dealing with is sexual harassment, is gender discrimination, is assault also within the police force. Senior officers abusing uniform, abusing position, thinking that because they are superior, it gives them the power, the authority to peruse into the internal anatomy of anybody that is working under them in a disrespectful and degrading manner, whether those persons of other gender are married or not. It's
unacceptable.
It's very bad. It is unacceptable.
Absolutely.
So the police have their work cut out for them. When we report police issues here, they come back, they say, we have dealt with it. We would like to have a feedback on this one. Because the fact that the man is a superior officer does not give him guarantees for, enforcing bedroom privileges with force.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dr. Bati, for that.
The woman is not doing. She's not interested. I mean, men should learn how to take it when a woman says no.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. You don't have game. If you had game, you would take no and respect a woman's choice.
Thank you.
No, she's even a married woman.
Yes, she's married.
In fact, Mr. Ajayi should be told that he's walking on the boundaries of the graveyard.
Yes, no.
Very well said.
Suicide.
Gentlemen, thank you both for your great analysis, as always. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you tomorrow.